So David Price defeats Yaroslav Zavorotnyi over 10 rounds with a points decision. Now it's interesting talking to some of the people in my Facebook boxing group, Hatman Boxing. A lot of people were not impressed by David Price's performance. Well, for me, in my opinion, the performance wasn't especially impressive. But what you have to understand is that David Price is a guy who's undergoing a rebuilding process. He's with a new trainer, Tommy Brooks. He's coming off back-to-back losses to Tony Thompson. And he's really trying to correct a lot of the mistakes that he's been making for years, going all the way back to his amateur days. So this, to me, was a learning fight for David Price. And when it comes to learning fights, you need to be in the kind of fight where you're not going to be put in too much danger, but you're going to be made to work hard and you're going to have to go rounds. Those are the kind of fights where you get to perfect your craft, and not only that, but also build your confidence. David Price's stamina, not only his chin, his stamina was in question after the Tony Thompson losses. And David Price now knows he can go 10 rounds. Okay? So personally, I think this was a good experience for David Price. I think he needed the rounds. He needed to have confidence in his own ability to go 10 rounds, his stamina and whatnot. And he needed to be able to work on things in the ring that he's been practicing in the gym. Because a lot of the times, fighters will do stuff in the gym, but he can't transfer it over to the ring. Now, there may be stuff which he didn't manage to do in the ring, which he's been doing in training. But then he needs more fights like this. He needs more tough guys who can take him to rounds. They're not just going to fall over. And that way he can actually improve and iron out a lot of the flaws that he's got. He's never going to be a perfect heavyweight. He's always going to have chin problems. He's always going to have, issues as far as his lack of fluidity. All right? He's never going to be a perfect heavyweight, people. Let's just get that out of the way. But he can improve. There's definitely room for improvement. There is things that he can do that he can improve upon. And fights like this, as far as I'm concerned, are perfect for him. The opponent did manage to catch David Price here and there, but Price, for the most part, was able to at least partly block a lot of the punches. But the same could be said for his opponent. His opponent was blocking a lot of David Price's shots very well himself. David Price wasn't managing to keep the guy on the outside that effectively. The guy was coming in with a very high-held guard, blocking David Price's power punches and doing his own work. And like I say, he did land a few shots himself, but nothing of any real significance. So it was a good workout for David Price. That's the way I would describe this fight. It was a good workout, a good learning fight without being too dangerous. It will give him confidence, and he needs to be in something like this again, as far as I'm concerned. Before they step up to the next level, to world level or top 10, he needs to find another opponent like this who's not going to be too dangerous, but can give him rounds and, give him a little bit of competition in there. So that's just my opinion. Let me know how you feel. If you disagree or you agree, it's all good. We all have different opinions here. So make sure you join my boxing group if you're on Facebook, Hatman Boxing. It's got like 1,600 members or more now. So, make sure you join that. There's some great discussion that goes on in there. Everyone is welcome, So, yeah. This is Hatman. I'm out.